Not every affiliate marketer is a graphic designer or makes their own promotional materials. You should already have a team in place which makes these for you. Make sure that your affiliates have new banners, creatives, and sales copy ready to be used. If a marketer asks for a unique form of advertisement, make it for them. The affiliates who make you the most money should be treated like gold. Do anything and everything to make sure they're happy, and they should continue to send you sales. Long before you do anything to get your membership site off the ground, you should know what your competition is. This is going to sound kind of sneaky, but you need to become a member of your competition's site. It's also a good idea to become a member of sites outside your niche to understand how the platform works. You need to look around inside members areas to get the gist of what's going on with them. The pros set up their membership areas in a way to make them the most useful to their members. You can learn a lot by studying how a membership site is built and its usability. Don't only pay attention to the content and design, but also what they are upselling. Notice how they advertise products and services in their members area. You will want to mimic what they're doing eventually. Everything is done in such a way to ensure the highest conversions possible. The companies who make the most off of their membership sites have been doing it for years, and there's a lot to learn from them. There is no detail too small, and nothing should be overlooked. Don't hesitate to take screenshots of the members area or even make a video for personal use. There's no need to worry about copyright or anything like that, since you're not going to be distributing the images or videos on the internet. The stupidest thing you'll ever do is go with your gut feeling. If your gut feeling were right, you'd walk out of the casino with so much money you wouldn't know what to do with it. Studying what other people are doing is how you get ahead in business. They call it market research, and some people are making their entire living doing this sort of thing. If you think you can pull out of thin air the information required to run a successful membership site, then you're much mistaken. It's going to be a lonely path down failure lane for anyone who is too full of pride to study what the competition is doing and attempt to do the same. Have you identified who the influencers are in your niche? If you haven't, then now is the time to do so. Make a list of all the people who have a big following on social media, bloggers, and YouTubers. It won't take you long to compile such a list. You should have done this long before your site went live. If you haven't done it already, then you're definitely behind the 8 ball by now. So, go ahead and make your list and find the best channels to contact each of them. If they're a social media influencer, then it's probably best to contact them directly on the platform. It's vital to your reputation that you give the influencer a no-strings-attached membership to your site. You don't want to beg them for a shout-out or a mention. Not everyone you contact will take you up on your free offer. Don't hound anyone who doesn't want to use the membership you give them. The percentage of people who use your membership depends on your niche. You might get a low response rate for some niches and a higher for others. If you go into it expecting everyone to use their membership, then you'll be greatly disappointed. Influencers are constantly being bombarded with all kinds of offers, and you're just another one on the list. So, you just saw that the influencer is using their free membership. What do you do next? If they are using your membership site frequently, then ask if they'd like to join you in a joint project. You might work with them on a YouTube video, a blog post, or a post for their social media site. They must know you're willing to work alongside them. If the influencer feels that you're too needy or pushy, they will forget about your site. A delicate balancing act has to be performed, since you're dealing with very busy people whose influence is much needed in your space. It's never a good idea to be a big, faceless brand on the internet. People want to connect with other people every chance they get. That's why the biggest sites on the web involve social networking in some form or another. You may not feel comfortable making an entire site about yourself, and that's understandable. That doesn't mean you can get away from being in the lives of your members. It's vital to the health of your business that you are front and center throughout the entire process. Let's say you have a membership site where people can download and use WordPress themes. It might not be needed for you to be there all the time, posting and answering questions in a public way inside the members area. There does need to be someone doing this task daily. If you have a forum inside the members area, then someone needs to moderate it and answer all the questions people have. Timeliness is a big thing when it comes to interacting with your members. It's reasonably easy to find freelancers or virtual assistants who can help answer questions and be active inside your members area, helping others. There isn't a good excuse why you either can't be there helping or having people there doing it for you. How do you make it so people feel terrible when they even consider canceling their membership? You do so by creating a bond with your members. The bond that they feel must seem personal to them. If you can, you should create videos as often as possible, talking to your members. It's also a good idea to have live streams and webinars. Do everything in your power to create a relationship with your members. By doing so, you will cement your friendship, and they will see that as one compelling reason why they should continue to pay their membership fee every month. So, you've been having this idea of starting a membership site. It might be something that you've been thinking about for a few weeks. Go ahead and get started on your website now. There are a few reasons why you should drop what you're doing and start working on your site immediately. The first reason is that you will continue to put it off. It's not only procrastinators who put everything off. Busy business people have a way of forgetting what they're doing. It happens because you've got so many other things that you're working on. Something is bound to get lost in the cracks, and it's probably going to be your membership site. Avoid that at all costs by getting started with your membership site now. If you're completely new to this niche, then you've got a ton of stuff to figure out. You'll have to learn how to build the site, figure out the membership site platform, and all of that other stuff. Let's not forget the SEO and everything that goes into traffic generation. All of these things are crucial to your membership site, and they are probably things that you know nothing about. Get started now learning about all the products and services that you'll need to use to get your membership site off the ground. There's a lot of work involved long before you land your first paying customer. None of this is meant to scare you in the least. If you think it's possible to buy a domain, slap a CMS on some hosting, and get customers in a few days, then you're greatly mistaken. The process is a long one from start to finish when creating a membership site that will bring in cash. That process begins the minute you decide to start a membership site. Take the first step and learn what it takes to get your dream off the ground. You don't have to worry about buying a domain or anything that will get in the way of this process. The first part is to know what you need to move further down the line with the project. After you have a firm grasp of everything that's needed to run a membership site, then it's possible to buy your domain and all the other stuff. The members of your site need to be viewed as a community. They also need to be treated as a community. If you operate your membership site in a vacuum, nothing good is going to happen. Everyone, including yourself, needs to feel like they're having fun. Sometimes you've got to let your hair down and enjoy yourself. There are so many different ways to have fun with your members, and you should seek out new and exciting ways to do so. You want them to have fun and to enjoy their membership as much as possible. Someone who is enjoying their membership is likely to renew in the following months. How can you do things as a group? The technology exists to do all kinds of things. You can set up live cam events where you and your members interact with each other. It's possible to have forums or even a social network behind the walls of your membership area. Almost anything that can be done out in public can be put inside your membership area. If you have any doubts about this, then you should ask your host or the company who makes the software for your membership site. They should be able to help you do almost anything behind the wall of your members area. Why not start a blog and have everyone contribute a post if they want to? There are so many different things that you can do to keep your members interested. Right now, you probably think that the content inside your members area should be enough to keep everyone happy. It's never going to be enough. You will need to work on finding new ways to keep people satisfied continuously. Your job is to get people to continue to subscribe every month. By offering something fun and exciting, you're almost ensuring that members stick around month after month. The first question that you've got to ask yourself is, where are your customers coming from? Many of you will run membership sites that target Americans and possibly Europeans as well. However, some of you may target customers in other countries. Where your customers live will determine how they pay you. Even with that said, you want to offer as many different payment options as possible. You want to cast as wide of a net as possible when it comes to giving your customers the greatest options of being able to pay you. Yes, PayPal does offer the ability to accept credit cards. Some people might find it confusing to use PayPal if they don't have an account. They might associate using their credit card with PayPal as the same thing as having an account. You can have another credit card processor for those who don't want to use PayPal. It's also important to note that some people in certain countries may have a difficult time using PayPal, or they won't accept their credit card at all. Billing is a very difficult topic to grasp, and you should ask as many questions as possible before choosing the right options for your site. This is one of those areas where you'll have to educate yourself and do a little networking to see who has the best services for both you and your customers. Bitcoin is all the rage right now, but some other cryptocurrencies are worth looking into. You can accept crypto yourself without having to pay any fees. The customer will pay all the fees when they send you their money. The easiest way to do this is by having the customer send their money to a payment processor where they handle all of that. Check with your credit card processor to see if they also accept Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. This is another area why it might be best to accept credit cards with a processor that's not PayPal. At this time, PayPal doesn't accept cryptocurrency, and that will hinder your ability to reach a small percentage of customers who would rather pay using this method. Every membership site owner finds themselves in the same predicament when it comes to traffic. You have a brand new site, and it gets little to no traffic at all. How do you get traffic for free? You need it to be free since you've spent all of your money building a membership site. Don't sweat the little stuff like getting traffic to your site. The best way by far of getting free traffic is by setting up a blog. Google loves blogs if they're done right, and you can receive a constant stream of traffic every day for the low cost of nothing. Sure, you'll have to build the blog from the ground up, but all you'll have to invest in is your time.